fresh. What's up, Facebook, YouTube, toy collectors? I'm showing you a little part on this video about AFA, Action Figure Authority. They're the ones I use to grade my figures. It really helps retain the value of the figures, if not increase the value of the figures. It's kind of like a certificate of authenticity. I've showed you guys in the past some of my graded figures, and I even showed you the form that I used to fill out, but a few of my friends have gone to the page and have told me how difficult it is to to submit. They're kind of curious on how it's done. But either way, okay, well, check this out. This is the page. It's called, you want to go to toygrader.com. I got people on Facebook sending me messages right now. It's kind of funny. You could hear it clicking. But, okay, so when you go to toygrader.com, we go to grading, or let's see, submissions. Okay, submissions. Now you can print out the forms. Check it out. You could print out the submission forms. Let's see. Okay, so here's the submission forms down here. You can print them out and hand fill them out, or you can sign up and just submit your forms online. So, but let me just show you what the forms look like. Submission forms, complete with directions. Let's see. Okay, so this is the submission form. I showed it on one of my other videos on how this form is. Some of this obviously billing and shipping information. Somebody's still sending me messages on Facebook. But hey, so check this out. A lot of this is self-explanatory. Where it gets confusing is when you get down to, let's see, this is all the standard mumbo jumbo. Okay, so after you fill all that out, this is where you would fill this out. And actually, this right here on this form, it gives you an example on how to fill it out. So here you put the year, company, the series, which I do G.I. Joe. Detail, so you can put like Pursuit of Cobra, Rise of Cobra, whatever series it is, you know what I mean? So G.I. Joe's is actually the series, but then the detail would be, Pursuit of Cobra, Rise of Cobra, the name of the figure or vehicle, whatever. Okay, so if you had to, like, if it's a loose figure, it's not in a case, you put like a special note here, okay? So if you had to put a special note, you put the fair market value. Now they ask for this because of the insurance, when they insure it. And then this is where it gets confusing. The tier code, okay? So basically the tiers are based on how fast you want the figures back, and more or less how fast you want the figures back, and the size of the figures. If it's like a standard figure, like a standard carded figure, those are obviously different. They're different prices depending on the type of item you're grading. So it's all based on the item you're grading, the size of the item you're grading, and sometimes the value of the item, and then how fast. The main thing is how fast do you want it back. I always take it's called tier 3, which is usually the longest time to get, but it's the cheapest. I just finished getting my stuff back from AFA, and we're in October the 27th, and we all know when Comic-Con, I got my stuff back from Comic-Con. We know when Comic-Con was. It was like, what, 3 months ago? Or so it took a long time for me to get my stuff, but it was well worth it. As you see in my videos, I show you that, the figures, they just come out awesome. They look great, and if you really increases the value, really does. It's well worth it. Take the time. The forms are a little bit tedious to fill out, kind of a pain in the butt, but But once you fill those out, you know, now, as I was saying before, okay, so this is a printed form right here, right? So let's close this out. Let's go back here. You can do online submission. So let's see, submissions. So you go down here, online submissions, right? Bam. Okay, so right here, put in my account. Hold on. Let's see. So I signed in. I'm in. So it says view incomplete or in process submissions. I don't have no incomplete or in process submissions right now. So if I had some, it would show up here. You know what I mean? But since I don't have anything, I'd click on this, create a new submission. But if I click on this, it's going to create a new one. I really don't want to create one because I'm not going to send anything. And then it would essentially have that same form that I showed you before, but you could fill it out all online. The thing with filling stuff out online is when you fill it out online, you still need to print it. It's not like it's electronically sent over to them. It's just kind of, I think it might be, but on top of that, if they don't ever get your order, you know, they really don't follow. They need a paper copy of your submission, and not to mention that you need to sign it. So you're gonna, I'd print out 2 copies, one for you to stick in the box, one for you to keep for your records, and I'd send it. You gotta stick it inside the box when you send out your figures. Okay, always send your figures insured, just to protect them, so that you know that they get them safely. It's amazing that sometimes if you insure something, even though you don't insure for the full amount, it just the postal service will recognize that and be like, oh, well, let me handle this a little bit different than they would a traditional package, because they know that there's insurance on it, so they're not going to want to bang it up. But if you, to be safe, you might want to try to insure it for the full amount. But go ahead and post your comments, questions, and concerns on my video links. Subscribe. Check out my AFA graded figures. I'll do some more videos of some more G.I. Joes and AFA graded stuff. But it's definitely a plus. You definitely want to grade your stuff. So, you know, so they look like this. Watch, let me show you right here. They're just sick. Oh, wow. See? See, so you get a grade on the bottom. It's in a nice case. The case is put in a plastic bag. You rip this bad boy out of the plastic bag and the case is so shiny and crystal clear. It just gives a little bit more presence to the figure. You know what I mean? But it's definitely a plus, you know, to have them. This is a 9. Actually, here, I'll put this one. So, by the way, I got a few extra ones of these. I got them on eBay, but if somebody has some vintage G.I. Joes that they want to trade me, I'm always willing to trade. Shoot me a message. I love trade. I love trade. I'm trying to collect vintage G.I. Joe stuff. So give me a holler, subscribe, post your comments, and I'll talk to you guys later.